It had to happen, of course, being active on DWM, that we also are going to change DWM, the desktop. So that's again the Nemesis one, the new one, and this is basically what changed. There is this virtual box thing that we can have a look at later on, and virtual machine. So an easy way, if you're trying to learn any of a tiling window manager, sometimes you need to set it to the normal output. In my case, this is the normal output, 1920 on 1080 pixels, and virtual one is the name. What else do we have we changed? We've looked at the suckless.org website, looked at the code that we found under. There's a change here in X open source 700L. You know what I'll say, copy paste this C pre-processor flags into ChatGPT and it'll explain it one by one what it's all about and learn. That's what I've been doing last week. And in ChatWM we're gonna make more, I give you more details. So this is DWM, we're gonna keep this as is in the sense of learning. But if you want to learn more, this one contains actually a lot more information about C and DWM and ChatWM, right? It's the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but here are readmes, and anything that I need to remember for later on is already asked. I've asked ChatGPT, copy pasted the response, and it's in the readme. So this DWM will not be, we will not include all the readmes, keep it clean. As you see down here, we have updated the script to make the package, so when everything gets uploaded, the object files and other things are removed again, so make clean afterwards, and then we push it to the internet. So you got yourself a new DWM. Doesn't look anything new. It isn't, it's just an update. And we'll see if we can make more things, we can update more stuff. But it's, if you've watched a few videos about patching DWM, you'll know it's time consuming, it's dreary, it's commas and semicolons, and it all has to work, right? So update, if you do this and you're on a Hotpate is good as well. If you're on this DWM from ours, right, you get an update in, then the package says, hey, the configuration is actually in etc scal. So if nothing has been changed, if you did not change anything, then a scal is a good idea, because it's just gonna copy paste over everything in etc scal. And that means that we have here a new file. This one is new, and these are all the backups because of all my scals in the past. So yes, your old DWM is still in here, but either you use the rebuild that's new, that's actually coming from ChatWM. Where is the rebuild? I forgot to put the rebuild in. Yep. So let's pause the video and you will see that it's super easy. Well, let's not pause the video. This is the work, right? You go to the desktops, sure, to the desktops, to ChatWM. I think I've got it, I've put it in there, I thought, but let's have a look. Scal, config, arco-dwm, rebuild R, nothing. So back up to ChatWM, we have it here, and all we need to do is a copy paste, because basically it's a make clean, sudo make install make clean. That's all, right? But if I had to type everything again and again and again, so let's create a script, I thought. Control C. And we're gonna put them in all of our DWM forks, and of course DWM itself, which is this one. Control V. So that's the Nemesis one, this is the default one. If we compare, that's the new guy. Copy to the left, and then we push it to the internet. That's one. and that's 2. So rebuild is my comment for the commit. Voila. Now we have to put it on the internet. So developing takes time, right? It's gonna be number 2, save, quit, and oh, that's wrong. And then build again. That's DWM. I'd like to have show shadow. And then we have this number 2 as well. So I'm just upping the number, doesn't cost us anything. Always do that, don't leave it the same. But that's for ISO developers. Then it's gonna be in this particular folder called ArcoLinux repo in here, and I'm gonna push this one online as well. That will take its time because we have, frankly, a lot of packages. 676 divided by 2. So let's say just 330 or something like that. 330 packages from us. ArcoLinux repo. 700, that's 1000. And then this one. 1070, let's say 1100 packages more or less. Let's say just 1000, right? Wow, I just realized how much work that is. Update. Thanks for scripting, right? So we got a new thing in, and that's the Pacman hook that I've changed. So each time an update comes in, it actually moves to home Eric. .config arco-dwm, and your config has been built up here and used, right? It's whatever you have in here that has to be correct, otherwise you'll get errors. And I guess if there are errors, you stick with the one that we have, this one, right? And that's the one from each syscal. So we do need to have something to put into because DWM is special. It's C language, it needs to be built, it needs to be there, right? So hence one version, and your personal version is in green. That's when the Pacman hook is installed. The rebuild, right? Okay, so the rebuild is not there. Skull, sure it's there, right? And now we have the rebuild here. So whatever you go and change, auto start is not the message. This one is the message. If you're going to change this, the rebuilds is going to make clean, make, sudo make install, and then again, it's dirty, this folder, and we're going to clean it up again. So you work on the files that you need to work, right? So rebuild. Voila, done. And here we are going to remove the object files, O, and the executable itself, and the touch set. So this is what you need to investigate. My way would be Sublime Text, but there are so many editors, and then drop anything I'd like to explore like this and start reading, right? I did make a small change. I'd like to test that as well. This one is a new line of code. Save, Ctrl X, log out. It's basically a render code that I've copy pasted in there. So next time around, I have always a big screen, right? All the real estate that I have, it can be used. Sublime Text. That's it. Basically, it just looks around in, well, the name of xrender, and it says, okay, that's the name, and that's the resolution, and the position, and rotate normal. Don't think I need to include that, but it's coming from a render. A render is something that's super interesting. Output, virtual one, resolution, and then save. You can save the script, save as Eric quit, and in here you have the script. So this is where I copy pasted it from, and this is the next one, virtual 2, we just off, everything is off, and that's the code. That's my code that I put in here. That's how I found it. All right, so you'll have something else, maybe VGA, HDMI, some examples, and then of course all the rest. Lots to learn. ArcoLinuxD.com. The D stands for desktops. Learn about desktops, but DWM is not for the beginner, right? It's not for the beginner. It's those guys that have been on tiling window managers already for years. They said, okay, maybe, right? I'll give it a go. And same goes for ChatWM, and same goes for Dusk. These are, if you want to change things, right? Out of the box, it's going to work. It's ArcoLinux. But if you're going to change things, you need to study up. And that's basically my holiday project of 2024. Learning a little bit more about C, the language. All right, cheers.